In today's video, I show you how to take a photo from this to this. Let's go.
Roadmaster. Let's see what this looks like. Alright, looks like we come back about a foot. Put it in neutral first. See what that looks like there. The bike equidistant from those lines, which lead to those rails and give it that cone type dimension. Whew. Best investment ever. So we're gonna start with the 50 and see if we need to bump up to, or bump down rather, to the 35. Like I always say, shoot as low to the ground as possible. Now that white is blending in too much to the front fairing. All right, so this is what we got so far. Dash out, let's check the focus. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, that's real nice. Alright. Actually, I gotta shoot one for Instagram.
We're back in the studio. Let's edit these pictures.
Alright, now we got our image selected, so let's get to work. First thing we're going to do, we're going to zoom into the image to make sure that everything is in focus and that it's ready for the edit process. I'm going to go open here in the Car Creative Toolbox preset bundle. Go ahead and scroll over a few that kind of make the edit a little easier. Selecting that one because it kind of has a balance, vividness to it. The sky, the greenery, the foreground, the background, everything looks primo. My go-to plugin for this one is Creamy. Now what we're doing, we're creating a mask of the motorcycle. So essentially what we have to do, because the way the AI generates the mask, it goes and selects everything of a similar color. So we have to go ahead and just go in here with the minus brush tool and kind of brush out the areas that we don't want included in this mask. So that includes the gutters up top of the building that we're doing right now, all the way down to maybe some fence posts. Of course, that white pillar of the loading dock behind that. And here you got to be extremely careful going through and making sure you don't mask out any of the bike. So here we got to use a smaller brush and kind of get between the handlebars, between the fairing and the lower forks like we're doing right now. We're going to be going inside of the wheel here in a second, but we're kind of just shaping this mask. Want to make sure that the tour pack isn't touched. Because the seat is black, it might blend into an item in the background. Next, we're going to the wheels. We're touching those up, the gaps of the wheel that you can see right through when it's parked. So like this right here. And we're going through, and it's a good thing to practice this. And of course, if it's a plain client, you're going to go ahead and bring out your pen and your Wacom tablet and kind of get this image perfectly masked out. But this is a quick edit. And something for you guys to dive into in your spare time. All right, now that we got the bike masked out, we're gonna go ahead and raise up the exposure just a bit to give it that extra step of separation between your subject and your background and even the foreground. I'm gonna bump my contrast right around 12. Highlights, you don't wanna do too much to the bike to make it either blend in too much or stand out too much. It's gotta be right in the middle. And that takes messing with the sliders in Lightroom and kind of figuring out exactly what works for you and ultimately the look you're going for. What I'd like to do here is go in. If you hit the Option key when you're scrolling, I'm gonna go ahead and mask out where you're sharpening. and then bring up the luminance. And I know for portraits of people rather, this overuse can kind of give it that glamour shots look, but what it does with motorcycles in the background, it just makes it buttery smooth. Now we're selecting the sky, we're going through, we're going to drop the exposure a couple stops, just to give it that depth. So when you're looking into the photo, you're actually looking from the front all the way to the rear of the image. All right, now here what we're doing, we're using a linear radial filter, and then we're just dropping the exposure a little bit and kind of giving your eye almost like a landing point right on the bike. Use that same filter, you come up top, come at an angle, and then what you want to do is shape it in the same way that the light is being depicted on the image. So you see the shadows on the right wall, so the light is coming from left to right. And then that pretty much does it. Here's a before and after. I'm gonna go ahead and expose a larger before and after. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys want to see more, drop a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next week.